Folks, hello and welcome to Tavern Chat. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, and this title from Futurism is from a conference where Hasbro CEO stated the following: AI will become core part of Dungeons and Dragons. Folks, this is we've been talking about it on this channel. Others have been talking about it on their channels.
Is that a hint that they're going to mechanize the facilitator?
Well, yeah, the A. Listen,
Sorry,
the
game
DM,
master.
the game master, the DM. I personally think what you're going to first see. They've spoken about this, the thousands of adventures that they have available for D&D and its various editions. They are going to make an AI that can generate a unique adventure based upon the adventures. It'll be it'll be legit. It won't be impinging on anybody else's IP. It'll all be stuff owned by WotC. It'll be legitimate, but it won't be real. But this goes even further. So, after a series of AI scandals at the gaming company Wizards of the Coast, the CEO of its parent company, by the way, former president of Wizards of the Coast, Chris Cox, made a sweeping revelation during a talk at a Goldman Sachs conference. Hasbro honcho, by the way, this is all at futurism.com. I will leave a link to the article. Hasbro honcho Chris Cox admitted that the entertainment conglomerate not only plans to build bespoke AI systems in the future, but it's already begun using it in development of games including Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering. Inside of development, we're already using AI, Cox said in a response to a question about AI's potential to bring down production costs.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't need writers, if you don't need artists, your costs are greatly reduced. Now, by the way, at D&D Beyond, anybody that worked on the digital product has had their credits removed. They are no longer being credited for their work. Why is that? Could it be because AI might be doing that work soon? I don't know. Inside development, we've already been using AI, Cox said in response to a question about AI's potential to bring down production costs during a financial firm's annual Communicopia Tech Conference. It's mostly machine learning based AI or proprietary AI, as opposed to a chat GPT approach. We will deploy it significantly and liberally internally as both a knowledge worker aid and as a development aid. While the logistical aspects of technology seem fairly par for the course, in the world of out of touch CEOs over relying on it, Cox then suggested that it will become a part of D&D gameplay. I'm probably more excited, though, about the playful elements of AI, he said. I play with probably 30 or 40 people regularly. Can you tell the bullshit that the Cox is cooking? There it is. There's not a single person who doesn't use AI somehow for either campaign development or character development or story ideas. That's bullshit. Because the idea is that everybody is linked in to the laptop, the desktop, their iPad, their Android tablet, their phone. You know what? Except for those that listen to casts like this, most people have no idea what's going on in the world of gaming. Most people are not using AI. However, everybody in Chris Cox's world is using it. Therefore, that's a clear sign that we need to embrace it. After paying lip service to using AI responsibly and paying creators for their work, Cox then doubled down on his point. The themes around using AI to enable user generated content, using AI to streamline player introduction, using AI for emergent storytelling. What is emergent storytelling? Sounds like adventure creation to me, but I could be wrong. I think you're going to see that not just our hardcore brands like D&D, but also multiple of our brands. Okay, the Hasbro CEO said. These comments, as the Bell Lost Souls gaming blog notes, come not only amid the generative AI bubble that so enraptured CEOs across the economy, but also amid massive scandals for Hasbro's subsidiary, Wizards of the Coast. Less than a month after outright banning its artists from AI at the end of 2023, WotC admitted at the beginning of 2024 that despite its staunch rule, the company itself had used generative AI to create an ad for Magic the Gathering. Later, the company issued an FAQ or a fax about its anti AI policy in the aftermath of that debacle, asking fans to bear with it with the people who run the company. Sorry, to bear with the people who run the company, while they essentially separate the wheat from the AI chaff. Human beings are fallible, whether it's in a conglomerate of human beings like a company or a single human being like an artist. We have been consistent in our position against AI. And we want our community to know that we are working to ensure that we can see us deliberating on how best to meet that commitment, even if we all occasionally stumble along the way. That's not really a commitment, by the way. From issuing a statement that contradicts its own marketing copy to having its big boss endorse the sweeping use of AI, Hasbro clearly has some miscommunications going on. And while the company figures it all out, its fans will no doubt keep ripping the company. So, folks, here, let me put things in a little perspective for you. Who owns all the classic art? The art that we look back on from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, maybe even the aughts, and go, that's classic D&D art. That's a classic Dragon magazine cover. That's a classic Dungeon magazine cover or cover for whatever module. Who owns the rights to all that art? WotC. And WotC can certainly claim the higher power, the we're taking the more moral step of only using works that we own the rights to, whether it's art, whether it's writing, whether it's adventures, whatever. We own the rights. Therefore, we are legitimately powering our AI. I am not going to say I am the first to say this, but mark my words. The future of D&D as a brand is going to be linked to AI. Do you think that when they release Project Sigil, that you're not going to be able to pay $1.99 to get a unique adventure for your, I don't know, party of first level adventurers who has no arcane casters? And I need an adventure for that will fit those parameters. Oh, and there are 5 players. It'll generate an adventure for you based upon all the adventures it owns, from basic, expert, from BECME, from AD&D, from AD&D 2E, from 3rd edition, from 4th edition, from Dungeon Magazine, from Dragon Magazine, from the RPGA, from Polygon, and all these adventures they've been run through organized play. They have so many adventures they can use to fuel this AI. They're telling you the future, folks. Some people don't want to hear it. Listen to the source. It's not me. It's Watsy. It's Chris Cox. They're telling you the future. Listen to them. Folks, on the bottom of the screen, there is a link. It goes to Humble Bundle. It's Tenkar-Tavern.game/Gygax. There's a number of adventures and setting material for Call of Cthulhu, from Castles and Crusades, I believe OSE, Swords and Wizardry, D20/3rd edition, probably Pathfinder. There's a little bit for everybody, but if you're an old school OSE, Swords and Wizardry type of GM, AD&D, BX, everything but the Call of Cthulhu material translates over so easily. So if you make a purchase, it helps this channel, me and my co-hosts. I try to keep my co-hosts in top-notch equipment, keep them going, keep them in a good place. Okay, so this is what we do here. Your help is certainly appreciated. So on that note, be safe, be well, God bless. Roll those dice, roll them well. I'll be back again tomorrow, or actually later on today, with a live stream, 8 p.m. The Random Party Generator. Join us. We hope to see you there. God bless.